Hello everyone, welcome to another video of FFL 24/7. This video is going to be about covering another stock that many people are following and kind of wondering what's going on. So we are also going to just take a quick look of what's happening. So the stock is PayPal that we are going to be reviewing. The chart, the chart that you're seeing in front of you is the daily chart of PayPal. So it looks pretty scary, to be honest. I mean, if you look, the boom that we all got in the COVID period, that is all retraced and back down. I mean, if you just zoom out and look at the chart like this, it does look like a huge head and shoulders that is maybe just ready to break down. I mean, it's kind of looking like a perfect huge head and shoulders. But we are still supposed to see what's going to happen. So I have these Fibonacci retracements traced out. So if we think about from the peak and all the way to the bottom, so if you can see, I mean, we are kind of stabilizing around the $60 area for PayPal. So we have bounced already twice from this range, from this price level, and it appears to be bouncing a lot. So the major trend that we need to follow is kind of this black trend line that we have drawn. So we have, I mean, kind of approximately hit quite a few times, one around maybe two, three, roughly four times this trend line. So what we want to see in the next coming weeks is we can possibly break this trend line and make a positive movement up. So the market is obviously pretty tricky and going through treacherous water due to all the feds are lingering the rates and all that, if they're going to keep raising the rates, if we're going to get a pause, if we're going to get a recession. So there is a lot of uncertainty in the market. So this week is most probably going to be pretty flat because there's not a whole lot going on. So the only major update we have this week is the initial jobless claim on Thursday, September 7th. So we might see some action based on the numbers we get. So expected forecast is 230K. So let's see if we beat or miss this number. So the major update is going to be the next week because we are getting the core CPI for the last month of August. So that will be the deciding factor for the Feds to make up their policy. How are they gonna be dealing with the rates going forward? So that will be the major catalyst for the market. Are we going to get a positive movement or the downward movement? So that's what I'm thinking. PayPal is gonna follow the suit. I mean, it has retraced a lot. I mean, the earnings they reported this last quarter was pretty impressive. They did a surprise $13.368 million extra. So the reported revenue was around $7.28 billion. So it's not like PayPal is a small company or going bankrupt. I mean, if you look at the pre-COVID time around this 2020 area, their revenue used to be around almost just barely less than $5 billion. So they are doing almost 70% more revenue compared to a couple of years ago. Yet we are back at the same price levels. So personally, I mean, there is definitely some uncertainty, but personally, I think we are maybe possibly about to get some kind of positive movement, especially seeing these two levels that it has bounced from. So the only major update, I mean, we definitely have to wait for the confirmation of this trend line break. So so not just the trend line break. So what I'm thinking is even if they break this trend line, they might be coming back down to test it maybe one or two times. So if we pass that, then I think it will be a solid confirmation for PayPal going forward. And what if this was the bottom, and if we maybe follow the Fibonacci retracement, so if we can break this trend line, so I'm thinking 118 levels we should be able to get there at least. And historically speaking, if you look at this resistance and kind of a support level, so this $91 range area is also going to be very tricky for us to break. So let's just hope, I mean, the Feds make the right decisions, the right policies for us. It has been a disaster the last couple of years. So hopefully we can all get out of it. And PayPal, I think at this point, a lot of people are thinking it is becoming a very value stock. So again, and I know there is a lot of retail involved in PayPal right now, but at this point, I think the institutions might also be thinking, obviously they don't want to miss out and they don't want to let the retail front load them. So obviously I'm thinking they must be doing some kind of buying. Let's quickly zoom in a little bit and see the 4 hourly chart. How does it look? So we can clearly see it has bounced from this $60 to $58 range a couple of times. So if we can keep getting this continued movement and break this trend line, I think that will be a very positive sign that maybe we are going to get and see some recovery in the near future. But again, it all depends on the overall market and the Fed's policy. So let's just hope we keep improving. So let's take a quick look at the financials, how they're looking for PayPal. So what I'm looking for is their net income. So their net income in this quarter in June 2022 was a bit negative. They did lose some money, and I think it was because of the investment they made in their new financial company. I forgot the name. I mean, I will, if you know the name, please feel free to comment and remind me. And their earnings are pretty much online. Their net income, I mean, their revenue is actually pretty impressive, $7.25 billion, but looks like they do have some debt challenges and costs they have to deal with. Taking a look at their balance sheet, their liabilities, I was looking at the total liabilities. They does look a little bit scary because they keep going up steadily. Their liabilities are going up instead of going down, so that is not a whole lot of positive sign that we want to see. But I think their cash flow looks a bit healthy. They have about net operating cash flow of $5.81 billion that they reported in the last quarter. So I am hoping it will keep on improving. It was a bit less than compared to the last quarter, but again, I think again, a lot of people have been asking. They're not mentioning AI a whole lot in their earnings call. So what every other company has been doing, artificial intelligence, AI, automation. So let's see what PayPal is going to be doing in there for cost cutting and improving their revenue streams. So that's about it, viewers. So again, just to conclude it overall, I think the major things that we need to keep an eye on is the next core CPI and the next Fed's meeting for the interest rates. That will be the deciding catalyst, and I think it's all is going to coincide with their earnings call and this trend line that we have to hit. So it's going to be a make or break. I mean, if we lose the $60 support, then I think we can go down way below to around this $44 level. So if we are not able to hold the support for $58 to $60, then the next I'm looking for is $44 range. But if you're able to break this trend line, then I think the next target should be $91, and after that I'm looking at this $120. That's all about PayPal, viewers. If you like the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and let me know in the comments how you feel.